Greetings, YouTube. I apologize if I sound a little rough today. I'm trying to get over a cold. It's been lingering for 2 weeks. I'm so excited. Recently, I picked up some dice at a thrift shop. I bought a bag of general games things. It was like the Rubik's Cube and a deck of cards, which I put into recycling boxes. I don't want either of those things. But what I did want was the dice in the bag. There were 5 dice, big, chunky, like Playmobil, Play School style dice. And I paid $3 to get these 5 dice. And I think that was a pretty good deal, seeing as I did get 2 other items that I just didn't want. So, being a good gamer, what is the first thing I did with these dice? I rolled up 6 stats. Now, the last time we ran with rolling stats, we used 5 die 6, toss the lowest 2. Once in a blue moon, we would run with 4 die 6, toss the lowest. We would usually re-roll 1s in that case, but not always. I can't remember the last time I used 3 die 6. It may have been 78, 79 maybe. And we did both straight and re-roll 1s. So there you go. So what did I do? I rolled the stats, and this is what I got. I got a 9, 2 14s, a 15, a 16, and a 17, which are really good stats. But I rolled them, and I didn't know what to do with them. So I got a 9, 2 14s, a 15, 16, and 17. So with those stats, what would you play? Now, I asked this online, and a couple of people did respond. They said, well, you got nice stats, so you could play a number of mad different character classes. And someone did ask specifically, what was I theoretically playing within? He wanted detail. So I said, okay, we're going to be playing either in Faerun or Galarian, depending if you're doing 3.5 or Pathfinder. Core rules plus psionics. So there you go. That's what you got. The 3.5 had official psionics rules, and the Pathfinder system has the Dream Scarred pressed psionics rules. So those are what you can use as your building material with the stats I have just given you. 9, 14, 14, 15, 16, 17. Now, having played with the thoughts for a little bit, I think that maybe like a gnome summoner might be cool, because you could start with a medium creature, and I would go with a medium quadruped, dog size, riding dog size. And I would have it look like a wingless griffin, with the intent of eventually it actually being a griffin, just the medium size, and eventually a large size griffin. And probably give it one of the abilities of climb, and have it get the ability of ride. Like ride is one of the abilities. It comes basically designed for a rider to hop on and hold on, and a harness that would allow the gnome to hold on while this thing climbed up the walls, literally climbed up the walls. So you'd have a good deal of movement right from the get-go, because you'd have a climb speed within your steed that you could ride to get where you needed to go, as well as having a steed that fights alongside you. I never did a side-by-side comparison between the Unchained and the regular summoner as far as their spells are concerned, but I didn't like the creatures that were in the Unchained book. They just didn't appeal to me. It seemed far too much like pre-selected Pokemon. I preferred to build your own just based on their shape. And I like the quadruped shape for this particular idea because I want to go with a griffin. And so that's what he's eventually going to have, is a fully functioning griffin. Just not be able to pick up the flying ability to a later date. So, with my stats, what would you play? Or if alternately, if you would like to roll your own stats, use 5 die 6 and throw out the lowest 2 and go with it. Again, Faerun, Galarian, core classes plus psionics. That's what you're working within. So as far as picking races and classes and all that rigmarole. So let's just postulate some characters. I mean, we've all done this, rolled up characters for no good reason, and that's what I'm doing here. Let me see if what did I get right now? I got a 14. That's not too bad. These dice seem to really roll pretty good. I actually rolled one with just rolled some with just the 4 die 6, rolling out the lowest, not even re-rolling the ones, and I think I got a 9, a 10, 2 11s, 16 and 18. So they came 4 very average stats and then 2 really good stats. Even with that, you're going to be able to play a really solid character with that. So let's postulate. Let's figure out what we can do. Crack out your dice, start rolling, and tell me what you got and what are you going to do with them.